Alright, what is going on, everybody? And today we're coming back to making content as much as possible now. I apologize that I've kind of taken a break. Had some stuff to do with my family and my work, so I had to move, finally in the new place, and we're back to our regular schedules and hopefully bringing you guys more of the content that we were providing for you guys prior. But in any case, today we're kind of covering, which has already been really talked about from everybody that I know already, but my specific thoughts on the problem with the game and what we're going to get with said content in a couple of months and the lack thereof, which is what the speculation is going to be. So for the meantime, we have always gotten one new map and a couple new weapons with some portal guns thrown in between, with some weapon balancing, vehicle balancing, some questionable changes and things like that. So with Season 7, we're getting out for what we know now is the 2 maps, which is, oh my god, double the production. Everyone praise the production team for that. So, you know, all jokes aside, these maps better be good. Because right now, and since prior to the holidays, it's been a content drought. So there's not much to do in Season 6. The holiday season events, I'm just going to be flat out honest, were awful. I didn't even bother with the rest of them. And the last thing that I really tried just to get some of the skins because they were cool in my eyes, and was the AI game mode that they made, which could have been a really good game mode if they made the AI more aggressive for that. But anyways, again, all of these events and the game modes have been just awful. All right, and then the portal, which Enders again just like destroyed it the other day, which was comical because again, it's just too much liberty, too much freedom, too much realism in a game that is not a milsim. That is what Portal's been infected with. So we got milsimmers, we've got lack of content, we've got bad holiday events, we've got bad special events, we've got not enjoyable gameplay, not enjoyable meta, not enjoyable vehicle play for the vehicle mains, from what I understand. But again, I really don't fly anymore. I mainly stick to infantry as for the guys who come in the stream and hang out. You guys know who I am. But, you know, I hate to be that guy to kind of just complain and be like, oh, well, you know, but they've come so far from where BattleField was 2 years ago compared to now. And, you know, don't get me wrong. That statement is fair and it holds some truth to that. But again, we got a game that was unplayable on day one. And I mean unplayable. It wasn't. And it took a good while for them to fix the bullet spread on all of the weapons. Besides the Bison. Bison was the only weapon that was usable prior to them fixing the bullet spread. I mean, there's clips from Shroud, myself, Enders. Literally, pick anybody who played the game day one. You can... The DMRs had Bloom that was just hilariously busted and just didn't work, right? So yeah, sure, they came a long way from 2 years ago, and I'm not going to discredit that, right? So they've tried to undo the unfortunate demise of this title in itself. When you lose 90% of your player base on Steam within a month and a half, you know that not only did you just mess everything up, you've got to crawl out of this hole. And I'm going to be honest, I just don't see them putting in the effort that should have been there to get out of that hole, right? So otherwise, we'd probably have at least at a minimum 2 maps per season, not just 1, and probably at least 50% more weapons. I'm talking new weapons, not Portal, not old nostalgic weapons that don't even work properly in the All-Out Warfare game mode as is, right? Because the all-out warfare weapons are just by nature better because the mechanics and the way the guns work in all-out warfare compared to Portal don't talk to each other correctly. So, and they've tried to make some of the portal weapons better with the buffs, right? So, but again, there's just some weird things. Like, for example, the M16 just doesn't have a fusion hollow. It only has the Cobra sight, which would be fine if I could customize the size of the Cobra sight like you could in Battlefield 4. But we can't even do that, right? So there's these small, minute things and all these changes and, you know, this and that. Game get fixed, we got patches, and, you know, they're trying their best. They're not trying their best. They don't care. They're working on the next title. Sorry to break your heart. And so, you know, we're coming back to from what I've been told from all the Battlefield 5 creators is the same feeling of they're just kind of giving you quality of life stuff until they terminate the game and then move on to the next title. So, you know, and it was really funny too. A couple days ago, there was quite a few of us talking in Ender's chat, and we were like, hey, what did we deserve to deserve what DICE has given us over the last X amount of years? However long Battlefield 5 is out for. Let's call it the last 5 years. And he was like, nothing. We didn't deserve any of this. And then of course I get blamed because, you know, whatever. That's fine. You can blame me. That's okay. All of you can blame me for this. I'll buy it. Anyways, so, you know, nobody deserves to play such a bad game. But, you know, here we are. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah, they love it, you hate it, whatever. The only saving grace to this whole thing is that they've lowered the price of the game on the Steam sale down to like $10. So, I mean, if you're really, 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 really bored, you could try it. And if you bought the game before, hated it, refunded, luckily, and then you want to play it again for $10 and you're that bored, go for it. But, I mean, I'm still going to be completely honest here. I'd use those $10 for something else. In any case, here we are, playing the game, having fun with friends, with the boys, do what we can to entertain ourselves. But really, at the end of the day, the current state of the game from 2 years ago, sure, has a quote-unquote drastically improved, but it's not enough to pull it out. So really, this is just a sinking ship stuck underneath a glacier, and it is just going to continue to sink until the next title comes out, and we'll see if we get another season 8. Sorry, we'll see if we get a season 8 after 7, and then maybe we get a season 9 to buy time up until the next title. But like I've kind of talked about with Enders, I don't really think we're gonna get anything past season 8. Maybe I'd be shocked if I see anything past that, because season 8 will run through the summer until the end of the year. But till the next one, guys, I'll figure it out. Again, apologies for being so far behind and everything, but life with moving, finally settled in a new place, so you guys will see me more around often. Appreciate all y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.